This is another option that Excel gives us in the Axes group of presentation tools to enhance graphs. It is the one that offers control over the grid lines that it draws in the chart. In this case, we are seeing in this graph, every 500 units is representing a horizontal line. These are the primary horizontal rows. Here, when we click the button Grid Lines, we get a drop-down menu with primary horizontal grid lines where we can choose that it does not show any because maybe we might want, in cases where there is too much information or confusion in the graph. We can remove the dividing lines because they are not essential to us, or on the contrary, we can tell it to show not only the main lines, which are those it shows by default, but also the secondary ones. The secondary ones are smaller subdivisions than the main ones. In this case, every 100 units, we will have a subdivision. In the grid in horizontal, we will have the main and secondary grid lines. What does this mean? That although the main and the secondary lines coincide every 500, we want to emphasize some over others. Here we see that it is a kind of millimeter paper where the 500s are marked with a slightly stronger line and the hundreds with a fainter line. Well, this representation is fairly clear and Excel has given us the option of selecting it whenever we want. The other grid line that we can control are the vertical lines that we can apply, for example, the main dividing line, which is the one that differentiates the data by year, and we also have in the main and secondary vertical lines, we would only have the points. Maybe in this representation where the value of the year is centered, the 70 is here, the 71 here. Perhaps the most suitable in this case would be to have only the secondary lines and remove the main ones. Here we see how to do it with the toolbar. In this case it marks them all, and another option that we have finally is to alter the thickness, the size, the type of stroke with which these lines are made. In this case we can apply both the type of line, solid or gradient line styles, borders, shadows, etc. That is, we have a number of fill options, even to fill all of the chart area in one way or another, and applying the styles to give them different shadows. All actions that we will not too often to enter excessive chart elements that might disturb the vision of our graph. But we have to know simply that there is a menu of options which at any given point we can turn to select one, to highlight an aspect of our chart that we want to emphasize to enhance message.